Hi guys, and welcome to C# tutorial of a loan management system. So in here we have the details of Captain Alan, and all we just need to do is click on calculate. So let's calculate the loan. Here we go. So that's the monthly payment, and that is the total payment. But one thing is details of Captain Alan is not added to the Listbox. But let me show you one other thing, which is the most important bit, and this happens to be at a request of one of my viewers. So this is it. See this spreadsheet? I'm going to double click on it. I just want to show it to you that the details of Captain Alan is not on that very spreadsheet. Look at it right there. So I'm going to close that. Now minimize that and let's click on add. There we go. I've added the details of Captain Alan straight up to the spreadsheet. As you can see, Captain Alan is officially added onto the list box. So if I go back into my spreadsheet here, let's verify if Captain Alan details is there. Right there, that is Captain Alan's details. Now, just for your information, guys, this is an overview. So I'll see you all in the full tutorial. See you guys shortly. Okay guys, let's start work with a new project entirely. So I'm going to exit out there, and we open up Visual Studio 2022. Let's click on create a new project, and right here we have some template in there. I'm going to select Windows Forms Application.net. If you don't have it on your system, come right over here, select C# and just scroll right down. You should be able to find Windows Forms Application.net right there. Okay, that is the template that I'm using. So right here, it's form application.net. If you can't find it, I advise you just type in Windows right there. Once you type in Windows, all of this will show up. This is the version I'm using, Windows Forms Application.net. Okay, I already have it here, so I'm going to select that and click on next. Leave your project name. I'm going to call it CS loan underscore export underscore Excel. So I'm calling it loan management system exports to Excel. So that's just the abbreviation for my file name. Click on create. There we go. My development environment is ready. So what I want to do now is to define the size of my form. Okay, I'm going to go straight to the properties here. Click on that. Let's pin it down and scroll right there and see where we have the size. I'm going to specify the following. I'm making it 2500 plus by 1000 plus, and that's it. So the next thing I'm going to do is go back straight to the toolbox here, and let's grab hold of our panel. Okay, that will do, and just drag it that much. So that very panel, I'm going to change the color to cadet blue. You can always select web, come straight to back color, and drag this down, and we should be able to see cadet blue right there. There we go. And I'm going to copy that now. So hold on to the control, click and drag. We have two, and let's add another one right there. That will be for my buttons. So drag it down. Wait, let's drag the one in the middle. This very one. I'm just going to drag it down. Okay, so that would do something like that. Now the next thing is, you see this very one that we have in the middle. I'm going to add another. Yeah, I might as well come right here, the toolbox, and let's add another panel to it. Okay, that very panel that I added, I'm going to change the color of that to the default color, and that is called control. Look at it, control. There we go. Brilliant. And right up here, maybe I should just add a title right away. So we can always select a label. Let's grab hold of a label here. There. And I'm going to change the size of that label to about 52 bold. And come right here, see where we have the label text, and let's change that to loan management system. There we go. And that's it. Title is taken care of. Right. Next, over here, we want to add another label. And I'm going to change the size of this label to approximately maybe 36 bold. And change the text content of these to first name. Okay, let's just say full name. Yeah, something like that. Let's copy it. That would be for address, and we need, I think it's 7 in total. Yeah, we need one more. There we go. Right. So I'm going to change the name, the content of these to address. And here, change that to amount of loan. Next is going to be year. Let's select that. And that's going to be number of year for payment. And below it, that is going to be interest rate. Then we have monthly payment. Yeah, that should be monthly payment. And finally, that is going to be total payment. There we go. Brilliant. Now, let's come right here and just add the list box. Right there, grab hold of a list box. And I'm going to dump that right here, something like that. There's enough room for it. And bring it down. Good. Now I'm going to add text box. Text right there. That's my first text box. That will be for name. So let's change the font size. I'm gonna make that 36 as well. And just copy it. Hold on to Control, click and drag. That is for the address. Copy again. That will be for my loan, amount of loan, year, the rate, and these two, those will be label. Or I can just copy one of these label and change it around. Paste it here and come right here, the properties here. Auto size, change that to false. The border, the background color, I'm going to change it to white. Then the border, I'm going to change that to fixed 3D. Come right here, get rid of the text content. And that's it. That's taken care of. So hold on to Control, click and drag and just copy that as well. Okay. So that's my interface now ready. So, oh, we need to add buttons. All right, I'm gonna need 6 buttons there. Come right here, toolbox, grab hold of button, grab hold of a button. There we go. And the size of that button as well, I'm gonna make that 36 bold. There we go. Something like that. So hold on to the control, click and drag to copy. Yeah, that will do. We need 6 in total. Hold on to control. We have 4. And there we go. Right. Now, let's give this a name. So this is going to be known as, let's pin this down, more quality TXT name. That's one. The next one is going to be TXT address. And next, I'm going to call this one TXT amount of loan. There we go. And TXT number of years. Come right here. Enter TXT number of years. And next is going to be LBL interest rate. Oh, sorry, this is not, that's a text box. There's a text box, so it's going to be TXT. TXT interest rate. Okay, next is going to be LBL. LBL monthly payment. There we go. And finally, that's going to be LBL total payment. Okay, and here that is going to be known as BTN loan calculator, something like that. Loan calculator. And the text content and it will just be loan. Next is going to be BTN add loan. So let's add BTN add loan. And the text content on it, I'm just going to change that to add data to Excel. Yeah. Next is going to be display. So let's call that BTN display. So display data. So we just call that this BTN display data. And what about the test content? I'm going to call that display Excel data. There we go. And here, exit. So that's BTN exit. This is going to be BTN reset. There we go. And the last one here, we call that delete record. So that will be btn delete. There we go. And here, let's call that lbl, no, lst learn. There we go. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to, let's save that. Let's run it and see how that looks like now. There we go. Look at that. Now you see how small the interface is. So I'm going to have to drag it this way. That is wrong. So let's put in some few lines of code to take care of that. So I'm going to go straight into, let's double click on the form and let's go to form load. So for the form load, I will use the following. Let's say this dot size, and that is going to be equals new system dot the draw size. Now I need to check out the size of my form here. Let's come in here. That's the size of my form, I think. Let's see, form size. If not, I'm going to have to change that. So let's copy that for now. Come right there and just enter the size in there. Okay. I don't want it to be repositioned or whatever. But let me run this first and just see how it's going to look like. But before then, let's just say, let's get it centered anyway. This dot start position, I want that to be centered. Right. And let's write it and see how it's going to look like. All right. Because it's huge, I can't really get it centered as such. Okay, and look at this. I need the system to officially, I'm going to go to where I have my form initialized here. Now, I'm just going to specify the size in there. Copy all of this. All right, I'm going to change this to minimum size dot minimum, and this I'm going to change that to dot maximum size. Okay, I have the minimum and the maximum size. So let's run it again. I should be able to just fill up the whole screen. Now look at that. Okay, so that is fine. Now guys, let's take care of this. So let's go back in here, double click on the exit button here, double click on that. For the exit, I'm going to just say dialog. Let's call that dialog by exit. So that's the name of my variable that I intend to use. I exit plus equals message box dot show, and what I want you to show is the exit message. Confirm if you want to exit. So just to prompt the user so that they know what they're about to do. So let's just call that loan calculator. And here, that's the second argument. You see the first one, the second argument. The next argument here is going to be built-in method. So I'm going to use message box button, yes or no. and finally message box question. So those are all the arguments I intend to use. I'm going to accept that. Just bring this down so that you can see it all. And then finally, I'm going to use conditional statement to verify if I want to exit or not. So if I exit equals dialog result.ts, then I want the system to just exit. So in here you can say application.exit, or you can just enter close. There we go. That's it. So that is taken care of. All right. So that's the exit. If I run that now, this is what you guys will see with the exit. It's asking me to confirm if I want to exit. Once I click on yes, there we go, exit. Now double click on resets. In the case of reset, you just need to call all of these components individually. Let's say .text, just say set string to empty. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to accept that. And let's do the same thing for the others. Txt, name, accept. Txt, amount, accept that. Txt, interest rate, I'm going to accept that. And have one more txt, number of years, accept that as well. Then we have lbl, accept that. Another lbl, yeah, there we go. So whatever value we have in there, we can now clear those of the system. Okay, reset. Oh, I think I have named the wrong guy here. Right, let's go back in here. Click on this. No, that shouldn't be txt. Okay, I'm going to add an s to it. Copy that. That should be lbl. This should have been lbl. lbl. Okay, that is taken care of now. All right, all of these are all taken care of now. So enter data in there. These are labels. I won't be able to enter any data in there. Clear. I need to change that. I haven't changed it yet. Come back in there. Get rid of that. Now run. There we go. Okay, that one is sorted. Okay, now I need a system to be able to get data from my spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet I intend to use, let me show it to you guys. Okay, this is the spreadsheet I intend to use. I'm going to copy it from my previous system. So let's open it up so that you guys can see it. There we go. That's the spreadsheet I intend to use. Okay, you see that, guys? So I'm just, yes, there are some data in there. So I'm going to close that and copy this very one. You can always make up your own spreadsheet, but for those, if you want, maybe I will upload this spreadsheet as well. You can just copy it if you want. So let's copy that, Control C, and I'm going to go straight into this project of mine. It's called loan, CS loan. So let's go back in here. CS loan exports Excel. See, there we go. CS loan export Excel. So that is my file. So you look for your file. Okay, now go in here, double click on this folder here, and then double click on the bin. Inside the bin, come straight to the debug. Right in there, I'm going to paste my Excel folder. Okay, that's the Excel folder I intend to use. So I can then just address it directly. Okay, let's go back to the design view and take care of how we can get the Excel onto the system itself. So I'm going to go straight to my Solution Explorer here. Okay, let's pin that down. And right here inside the Solution Explorer or on the Solution Explorer, you see where we have references. Right click and select Add Reference. And the reference that I'm looking for here is actually there we go, look at it. As soon as I click on the recent, okay, if you don't can't find it on your own system, all you need to do is just type in. If you type in Interpol Excel, or just come right here, just type in enter. Okay, if you scroll right down, there we go. Look at it right there. That is it. So there seems to have two in there. They have for 15.00.0 and 14.0.0.0. So just select one, actually, this very one, and click on OK. There we go. And we should have that on our system. Okay. So I will repeat, click on add and search for enter, and right there, that's what you're looking for. If it's not checked, make sure it's checked. That is it right there. Okay, it's now added onto my system. So if I go back to the code view now, let's go back right up here. We now need to import that very system that I've just added. So I'm going to come in here. First of all, let's say using systems. Let's grab all of that, put that here. Using system dot, I want you to run runtime dot enter op service. Then the next one that I'm going to import is going to be for the Excel itself. So I'm going to say using Excel, and that's going to be equals Microsoft dot office dot enter ops, and the application is Excel. There we go. So I've officially imported it. I believe the two libraries that should take care of that. So let's save, and I'm going to run it now. Let's see. There, it's working. There's no error. So what I want to do is, you see the files that are the data that I have inside here. Let's close that. I'm going to look for the data in here. I'll click on that. Bin debug. There we go. What I want to try and achieve is to be able to view this data that I have in there. So I have to close that, else that will give me an error. So in here, first thing first, I'm going to have to declare some variables. So let's log out and come right here. I'm going to declare the following variable that I intend to use to run the whole program. So let's start by saying private double, and that is going to be, I want to call that interest rates. That's my first one. Then I have for number of years and so on. Next is going to be for number of years, then followed by amount of loan, or let's say loan amount. Next, I'm going to make that total amount. Okay, then I also need total amount of loan. I have that. I need monthly payment. Get rid of this. Just enter monthly payment. Yeah, I think I have all of the data that I need. Monthly payment. No, this is meant to be total payment. Total payment and monthly payment. Okay, that's fine. Now, let's declare another one. This is going to be private Excel. Private Excel workbook is going to be done as workbook. Then I need another one for the worksheet, so I might as well just copy this, paste, and change that to worksheet. Or accept this and just get rid of all of this. Then I need for the application. Dot application. And that's going to be, let's say, Excel app. Then one more. The last one, I'm going to make that public. Let's say public string. And I will call that Excel file path. There. Those are the variables that I'm going to use. So you guys have a good look at that. There. Now, I'm going to just run it. Nothing will happen though for now. But I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial. I'll see you guys shortly.